I would say that one of the key things with the auxiliary, in my personal experience, is that local knowledge. Because we're rotating out every 3 to 4 years, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, but we don't have the connection with the local community like the auxiliary does. That's something that the way the Coast Guard is organized, we're not able to facilitate that as often as we'd like. So the auxiliary is kind of the rock that is a part of the Coast Guard's backbone as far as integrating with local communities. I would say and it's extremely important to have that. Overall, through my 14 years being in the Coast Guard, the auxiliary is always there. And it's absolutely astonishing that they don't get paid, they don't get bonuses or anything like that. This is all free time. This is a volunteer organization. So having those people involved with the Coast Guard and that much dedication, and you know it's dedication, just the sheer fact that they're not getting anything compensated wise. They want to help. These are folks that really want to participate, really want to help, and really want to make a difference. So just the overall contribution of the auxiliary is a fantastic thing, and we're lucky to have it.
The auxiliary here is great. There's a huge presence at Sector Charleston, and during different response operations, they're very involved and very ready to help. So they're always out doing different patrols and whatnot, and they definitely are very helpful to us, just being able to get out on the water. So one of the new things that I've learned about, so I am new at Sector Charleston, I just came from a cutter, but one of the things that I didn't realize that the auxiliary could provide is different communications platforms for us. So when we were talking before the hurricane about what if our radio towers go down and we need to be able to still communicate with people who need help out on the water, we found out that the auxiliaries could provide different services for us, be able to go set up out by the water somewhere, set up their own little radio antennas, and then be able to help augment the areas that we can't hear due to a tower going down. So that was really surprising to me. I actually find the auxiliary public affairs specialists, that's really valuable to us, because there are so few numbers of public affairs specialists active duty in the Coast Guard, and a lot of the collateral duty public affairs people, we have other stuff that we have to be doing too during an emergency or a crisis or something. So to have auxiliaries who can just come out, deploy, and help take videos and pictures and interviews, that is really valuable to us, so we can also focus on other parts of the mission and know that the public affairs and reaching out to the community is still getting done.
During hurricane response efforts, we normally employ our auxiliary assets in a logistics fashion. We like to transport personnel, especially when no commercial nodes are available, as well as doing post-hurricane damage assessment along the coast to assess infrastructure, as well as some of the ports to determine whether or not they can be reopened in a timely manner if they're safe to navigate. And it's generally the quickest service we have available is through the auxiliary to do that, especially when all other assets are being focused elsewhere. Absolutely. The relationship is very tight-knit. Here in Air Station Savannah, we have a very active auxiliary group, and I want to say with having almost 16 facilities, along with nearly 60 members, we try to incorporate them into as much of our standardized training when we have safety stand-down events, stand-up events, as well as annual workshop. And when we get together, we have very important discussions about safety, aviation-related matters, and it gives the command a chance to have a face-to-face interaction with the pilots that are going to be performing those missions, and that establishes a foundation of trust. So when we have these complex missions that we're going to send our auxiliary on, the command has no question that they're capable of doing it, and it really embodies what we do in a unified effort, and it extends our reach tremendously from the Coast Guard by having an auxiliary perform those missions.